Okay, good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well today. Got my chest cold open, very cool. Good morning and settle down, class. I'm your substitute math teacher today, Aspiring Spike, and welcome to my Shark Typhoon. Let's start with a pop quiz, hotshot. What's 1 plus 1 plus 1? That's right, it's 7. What's that? You say it's 3. Well, just watch and I'll show you as I take these Modern League players to school with my updated Anvil Tron deck. Play close attention. Don't forget your homework. Like, share, sub, hit the bell, support our sponsors. And your essay on Clothis is due Tuesday. Thank you, Chess. That was a great one. Played some more Anvil Tron today. Obviously, this is a deck we played a ton of. This is a deck that we've been hammering out. This is maybe like, you know, the version 2.5 or 2.6 or something like that. But the big update here is Spellskite. Spellskite is a card that I've been liking in a couple different shells. I think this is, a good card in the Ragavan format in general. I think, like, on a very, very basic surface level evaluation, walls are in fashion. The Arcades deck is doing well. I've seen like a few Squad Chief just like 5-0'd yesterday with like literal Defender Tribal, but 0-4 is a pretty good stat block in the format. But on a more a little bit more of a complicated level, Spellskite is really good against creativity. It's very good against a lot of the targeted hate that you are vulnerable to in this deck as well. Most notably Boseiju, but of course Haywire Mite, Leyline Binding, all of those cards. Spellskite is also a card that kind of meets this deck building's requirements, where it's 0 mana with Semblance Anvil. It pitches to Semblance Anvil. It's a card that you can cast when you're churning through your deck when you have Anvil and Forge going. So it's not a card that you're really going very out of your way to play. But the big issue with Spellskite is, in order to make room for the Spellskites, you have to cut the Chromatic Spheres. The Chromatic Spheres, I think, are the next worst cards in the deck by like a decent amount. They're like much worse than the stars. They're not that necessary overall, in my opinion. But the issue is, I think you need 10 green sources bare minimum for your Ancient Stirrings. So that makes us cut our other Colas utility lands, the Buried Ruin and the Blast one we had, for the 4th Forest and the 2nd Boseiju. Maybe do a 3-3 split. 3 Boseiju is probably too many, but that's what we're doing for 2. But that is the real cost, I think, to playing Spellskite with this version. And a little bit of an alternate route that you can do is you can cut the Everflowing Chalice Scrap Trawler package. I don't believe that package is completely mandatory. So what you could do is you could go minus these 5 cards, and then you would go I think you can also get the Colas utility lands back in, and then you would either play 4 Spellskite, 3 Sphere, or 4 Sphere, 3 Spellskite. I'm not really sure what the maximum number of Spellskites you can play is. But that is a route you can go. That's not a route that I want to go down at the moment, because the Everflowing Chalice Scrap Trawler package has been really good in my playtesting. So I think I'm not that interested in moving away from it at the moment. The Spellskite also, just playing it on turn 2 will very often buy you the full extra turn you need to win on turn 4 if you don't have access to a turn 3 kill, which is really important for the strategy too, I think. Muggy, 15 months, thank you. Yeah, how do we defeat people with an 0-5 blocker? Well, watch and find out, huh? Pretty happy with the Karn sideboard at the moment. Engineered Explosives. I played this in a challenge. I don't think we've taught it, but this is in over the Spine of the Shaw. Expansion Explosion, 12 months, thank you. Yeah, I agree that Spellskite's good. And we have it in our opening hand here. Up against the Jegantha deck. I'm definitely going to keep. We're missing a Tron piece, of course, but if my opponent plays like a Ragavan, we'll play a Spellskite, and there's a good chance we just Everflowing Chalice in 1, so we can play a turn 3 Mystic Forge as well. This could be the Blast deck. Spellskite very good against the Blast deck that's been picking up in popularity lately. I do think I'm just going to go Everflowing Chalice in 1 here. I enjoy Fruit. Thank you for 20 months. Thoughts on Silex for the side? I don't think you want to play Silex. You're going to blow up your own stuff too much, right? It's also it doesn't destroy things immediately like Engineered Explosives does. Not even Natty Tron. We'll leave that comment after my next draw stop. The Expansion Explosion and Fruit in 20 months. Yeah, I also bought Antiquities Tron lands for the deck. Yeah, it looks like the red-green 8+ deck. This is actually what I recorded my Channel Fireball video for this week. I was really liking it. Ooh, and hit Delirium. So we have a little bit of time. Maybe not all the time in the world. Probably should be fine to resolve my Mystic Forge here. Ooh, well...
What's up? It's me, your friend Aspiring Spike.
The Tron is not natty today, but I think that we can take this turn to just grab a mine and then get a Spellskite into play. And then next turn we can cast our Mystic Forge. Have another Urza's Tower too, so we have 11 mana next turn. Yeah, Doomic's been crushing with it. I don't want to spoil the video either, but I did really well with it too. Okay, down to 11. You're questioning every deck of 2023? Well, I'm glad you think that. I don't know that that's true. We're doing pretty well, but definitely not every deck is going super duper well. Most of them though. Tap this. Alright, top of my library, not super kind at the moment. At the very least, we can like play a Scrap Trawler as a blocker if we do like really brick hard here. Okay, we'll get the Myr Retrievers, I guess, a little bit of a better blocker. We have 2 blockers in play anyways. Okay, Brickaroo, play the Trawler. So we're taking
What's up?
6
It's me, your friend Aspiring Spike.
Taking 6. And then with the... Yeah, we're just at any bird spell because the Pirate Spell Bomb is going to make it where I can't pay the life. Okay, that is any burn spell. Dang it. Kind of hard. Might die double blast. Even a single blast because the Pirate Spell Bomb gets me. We're going to continue our no sideboard in any matchup plan. Did we win the die roll that game? No, we lost the die roll. If we win the die roll, I think we're in pretty good shape. Any thoughts to Jamoka's command in this meta with the rise of Underworld Breach and Binding? Binding is like very much on the decline. Binding back when Yorion was legal was a really, really popular card, and Blue-White Control was also like a bit more popular back then. Binding is not nearly as popular as it has been. Still, like, is a card that exists in the metagame. Breaches, Jamoka's command is you know, a fine card. You know, there's a decent amount of sagas. There's a decent amount of breaches. Do you think the red green version of Blast is better than mono red? I do at the time of making this comment. You know, there's a lot of nuance. Let me keep this. You know, there's always a lot of nuance on these kind of discussions. I recorded a video with Red Green Blast yesterday for Channel Fireball, and I think the biggest thing for me, besides like the very basic surface level, that your card quality is higher in red green compared to mono red. Your Urza sagas are like actually good cards in red green compared to like in the mono red version. I've been like really unhappy with the sagas. In the red green version, your sagas are like they cast your Tarmogoyfs and Ridden 6 gets to recur them in the late game, but in the mono red version, Saga casts almost none of your spells, which I found to be a pretty big issue. Could be a good matchup to side in the Anvil, since you probably won't have time to Karn for it. That's an interesting thought. I haven't tried that strategy. I don't hate the thought. Alright, let's go Chalice on 1 into Grinding Station here. Ran a couple leagues and locals with Anvil. I like finding space in the board for Gunshots, Dismembers, and Worm Coil. I cut Ballista, Chalice, Trawler, and Spine for 3 Gunshot and 1 Worm Coil, which helped me a ton more in stuff like Burn and Monkey matchups. I think Dismember answering Eidolon is nice. I would like much rather have like any disenchant effect against Burn. Like Dismember, you're paying 4 life is very tough. Like I don't know, cutting the Worm Coil for Dismember, I also don't think is a net positive for your Burn matchup. I'm also like, here's the thing about Monkey. I'm just like not that scared of Monkey, especially with the Spellskites to the main. We have 6 2-mana blockers for it, but they could also just hit me with the Monkey. But like it's also like it's just way more complicated than that too. Like gut shots are fine. You have to develop a sideboard plan with the gut shots. It's just like a lot of moving pieces, and like Chalice feels like a card that's very difficult to cut. It's like a really premium card in every cast. Oh no, damn it! This is exactly what I needed to draw. It's a very premium card in every Cascade matchup. It's Wormcoil is a card I've been liking. It is maybe more cuttable. The Trawler is an important card. I mean, I cut the spine for the explosives. I don't know, but I think especially with the Spellskites, that your need for like an answer to Monkey is diminished somewhat. Alright, we're probably gonna lose this game. Fragment had not stolen what was rightfully mine. Well, at least you have the Myr Retriever. They have... I mean, we can win if they have nothing. Like, I would play, like, the fourth Spellskite before I played the first Gut Shot. I feel really strongly about that. I would play the 4th Spellskite before the first Gut Shot. It seems like that's all she wrote. Tough stuff. Kind of doing a little bit of stumbling here. Friendly reminder to always yes earlier. Friendly reminder to, relinquish control. It's alright. It's not a big deal at all. I think that there was a lot of hype around it at the beginning. I think it's like only really good against Murktide and like pretty mediocre against every other deck maybe. I've been trying level... Oh, dude, main deck Force Tender. Okay, we're actually probably playing against Devoted Druid, right? Actually, maybe a little scary. Been trying Leveler, Trumper Session, wondering when you were considering it, what are we cutting in favor of it? I mean, I had a list. Dude, are we getting turn 3'd? Man, the Dismember guys. Smiling at Devoted Druid. We're not supposed to play against Devoted Druid until Tyvar's out. Alright, let's grab Grinding Station, which will give us the best chance to combo off next turn. Yeah, I did like a little bit of playtesting with Mono Green Tron and like stock it, and I just couldn't get through a whole league. I could not get through a whole league. Let me see if I have the list though. But I think I cut the Ugins. I haven't really been very happy with Ugin lately. This is maybe not the right list. This is I have something here, deck Mono Green Tron. Okay, it is. So I was playing just one Ulamog, one Wormcoil, no Ugins. It was okay. It was okay. Like I think I might have been like 2-0 drop. Something like that. Okay, no turn 3 kill, presumably. Wow, triple Devoted Druid though. Wino map. Yeah, I'm gonna imprint this to the Anvil as Wino map. Oh, GG. Am I the Tron guy? Always been, always have been, always will be. I also think you could maybe cut, I know this is like heresy, but like, is Karn Liberated even like that good anymore? Like, it's possible that like Karn Liberated is the weak link in Tron. I know that when I've been playing against it lately, it just like is kind of slow and doesn't impact the board as much as you might want it to. And then there's a reasonable amount of answers for it. I don't know. Maybe that could be not true, but I think that could be an interesting thought experiment. Is like just completely getting Karn Liberated out of the deck. Maybe you played like 2 Ceaseless Hungers. And I'm not sure how good Worm Coil is at the moment. Is kind of the issue. Like, is there other good options? I think Leveler is really good. Leveler, of course, being 8 mana means you can't play it on turn 3. Yeah, I know it's kind of just heresy, but could be interesting. Could be interesting. His price, which is just dude, price is not an indicator of how good a Magic card is, or maybe it's an indicator of how popular it is in EDH, and that's maybe it. Well, we could keep this if we had Tron pieces. I'm gonna mulligan. We need a fast hand since like this matchup is all about racing. Let's keep this. Let's put back the basic forest. Is there any better turn than playing Karn Liberated? There's maybe not a play that feels better, but there's you can like win the game on turn 3, you know. It's not that hard to win the game by turn 3. Right, longbow. That's the payoff. Think about getting a Magda EDH deck. Do you think your version is cutthroat competitive? If so, could I share it? I don't know that I would use the word cutthroat competitive. I tweeted a picture of it a while ago. You could dig it up. Maybe Google Aspiring Spike Magda EDH deck Twitter or something. I mean I'm not in EDH to be cutthroat competitive, and I enjoyed the deck. I don't even have the Clock of Omens combo in the Magda deck, which is like, I think if you're trying to build Magda as competitive as possible, like you're like all in on that combo, but I just want to put dragons into play, you know what I'm saying? But I play modern to be competitive. I like to, just cast some dragons. Dude, they have Collector Oof. It's actually not so bad because I can just go like Karn for Cityscape Leveler here. Did I get any chance to play Magda? I've played it a couple times. I played it a couple times. I liked it. Yeah, 99% sure it's just the Leveler here, right? Go ahead and cast an Anvil too. Yeah, Longbow and Devoted Druid is, it's been a while. It's been around for a while. Most Devoted Druid decks play Stoneforge Mystic for a few different reasons. Ooh, Nature's Claim, okay. Well, I'm glad I have a second Anvil. Dude, are we just gonna, like, destroy Collector Oof Nature's Claim? Yeah, so they play Stoneforge Mystic, which can grab you either Viridian Longbow, or it can get you Luxie or Gyada's Gift, and so it's both like a payoff for Devoted Druid with Longbow or an enabler for Devoted Druid with Gift. And then you can also, grab like Lightning Greaves to give your Druid haste, and you can play a Cauldra if you want to play a Cauldra. She'll let you imprint first. Well, if they let me imprint first, they also let me cast a spell, so there is a cost there. I mean, they might have Ballista too, but this is, just part of the deck. I'm excited for Devoted Druid when Tyvar comes out. We'll see. I think I'm gonna start off with Devoted Druid Elves, like Elves with the Devoted Druid package and Tyvar, and then then maybe just do Elves, then maybe just do Devoted Druid. We'll see. Isn't Oof a Nombo in their deck? Yeah. Yep. Maybe it should not be in the deck at all. But it would not be an Aspiring Spike stream if I wasn't, getting hosed by a hate card you almost never see in a deck that it maybe shouldn't be in the first place. Pretty common outcome here. Smart Sanctus and Month, thank you. Is Minor Mystic going to be good? It's going to be, in my opinion, it'll be like an okay sideboard option. And that's like kind of it. It's like, it's good if you always win your die roll. Okay, my opponent's getting Outland Liberator, which is fine. So you would have the Unearth on the Leveler if I need it. Nature's Claim, Oof, Liberator, and it's not even close, baby. The game is not close. Let's just cast a second Forge. Got time. Oh yeah, they didn't set Power Stone for the Liberator activation. Yeah, I agree. Spellskite and play for 0 mana feels really nice. Oh, are you gonna target my Semblance Anvil? Dude, this is actually kind of crazy. The fact that they have Oof into Nature's Claim, into Liberator, into Skyclave, and it's just like, and it's just not close. That's kind of nuts for a deck that's all about Semblance Anvil combo, you know. Alright, Longbow equipped. Map. Watch them a second apparition. I mean, I got no cards in their hand. We'll see if they even get another turn. We'll play Everflowing Chalice for 1 with a Semblance Anvil in play. For 0 mana. Yeah, I want to save the star until I see a potential Ancient Stirrings on top. That's usually when I like to cast the star. Although now I can just go Karn for Altar of Dementia. Just put a Spellskite into play real quick. Which is just a couple. Oh, let's get back our Cityscape Leveler to demoralize them. Sub notification too loud? I think it's the same sound it's always been. Thank you, Clock, for the 22 months. Yeah, Twitch Prime subs do not auto-renew, unfortunately. I'm just out here trying to, you know, do my thing. I obviously really wish I could get it normally, but a VPN is, I think, the only clean solution. Can you sign up without a US address? I don't know. I'll just DM everybody my address, and you can use that if you need it. Yeah, NordVPN TCG player collab. Yeah, I don't know why it's USA only. I guess I'm taking Grinding Station. So Larry West, I put it Multi 5. I'm gonna put the Jegantha in my hand so that I can imprint that to Anvil if I need it. Yeah, I have power. I think it's mostly, as far as I know, mostly Austin is out. I don't know. As far as I know, like the DFW area is pretty good. Guess I didn't check in with too many people. I could also go Myr Retriever and then just sack Myr Retriever to mill myself, and then I could use my... Well, hold on. If I use my second Myr Retriever to get back a potential milled over Anvil, and I don't have anything to imprint, and yeah, maybe this is actually bad. If I don't draw anything, I'll probably be Karn Chalice on 0 to stop Summoner's Pact, especially with the T-West over there. Is there a tier list review of my brews last year, situating them in the format? Because you usually got a positive result on YouTube. The decks never enter a top list of Channel Fireball, for example. I don't know. Like, I tried to do a list of all the decks I worked on last year, and it took me like 3 hours to just like start to sift through the first like 3 months. But also, like, as far as like tier list goes, you could put stock in it, you can not put stock on it, but the reality is that decks in Modern and the tier list that they're correlated to is very, very directly proportional to popularity. If a deck is, you know, good and competitive, but like not seeing like almost any play, then it's just not going to be listed on the tier list, you know. CB, send you a message, thank you. Alright, looks like they have a Titan. Should be Mega Dead. Should be Mega Dead, right? We're at 20 live. Well, they have 2 Titans. Well, that's super dead. Do I have a Glimpse of Tomorrow deck? I mean, there's like plenty of stock lists. I haven't personally worked on them now. Dude, are they transmuting for Pact right now? They're transmuting for Boseiju. I see. How is there always like a Grazer in the hand after all of this stuff has happened? But they're still 1 mana short, right? They didn't float a mana. Yeah, there's still. This is a mana short of Boseiju something. Okay, do I think I mill myself. If their last card is Summer's Pact, they can't cast a Titan. So I think I mill myself sacking the Chalice. And then I can potentially block with my Myr Retriever to get back an Anvil, okay? They can't cast Pact. They can if I sack my Chalice. Alright, so we should just be able to go Karn for Altar. Yeah, Karn for Altar. Sack Myr Retriever, get back Anvil. Did they mess up? I feel like they messed up, yeah. It seems to be the case that they messed up. Yeah, this is a Modern Horizons deck, by the way. The only Modern Horizons card in the deck. Yeah, I kind of like that Chatter suggestion, though, to side in the Anvil in matches like this. I'm kind of into it. Think a bit more about it. Keep this, though. Could be a little slow, but I think a lot of your hands in this matchup on the draw are going to be a little slow, unfortunately. Can I sing the next card you draw? Did you redeem 100,000 channel points? Ooh, yeah, double amulet is usually a turn 3 kill. Triple amulet can be a turn 2 kill. If they have a Titan in their hand, we're just dead on turn 2. And then we can see a score of people in the chat. Titan unplayable, actually. They still have a land drop floating, right? Oh, but they just don't have a Titan. Dude, Titan was unplayable all along. Wow. Titan was actually unplayable this whole time, huh? They might have a Boseiju. So I can get a Semblance Anvil with my Karn and try to win the game, but it's maybe just better to get a Torpor Orb, right? Oh, well, shucks. Sorry for all the Lucy barking that's been happening lately. But remember, she's a very good dog. Kind of reactive. Sam, 12 months, thank you. Alright, I guess we could Chalice again. Can potentially Stonebrain them next turn. Yeah, no, Lucy's really, really sweet. Just the sweetest dog ever. Alright, so let's get an Anvil. kind of an immediate counter argument for boarding in the Anvil, I guess. It's possible that my opponent has been a Boseiju for the Anvil here. That would be, of course, less than ideal. So we could have played the Spellskite first. Now I guess I'll play Grinding Station. And I can set myself up to Myr Retriever back the Anvil next turn at least. Set up for a win next turn. One nice thing about Spellskite is Spellskite actually stops your opponent from being able to haste a Titan. If they have, I think Handle Battlement still lets them haste, but the Slayer Stronghold doesn't. Weird game for sure. Don't you win this turn if they have nothing? Then I'm like 99% sure I said something to that effect, right? Okay, Battlement's also a good Spellskite. Good to know, good to know. Alright, 2-1. Lost to the Red Green Blast deck. Probably would have won game 1 if I was on the play, which is, you know, definitely part of playing decks like this. You're like way better on the play than the draw. I think this hand's keepable. We can go turn 1 star, look for Tron, and then to play map, finish Tron. Opponent's playing Jegantha. What do you want to side against my deck? Like what cards are good against me? Artifact hate mostly. Mostly like permanent based artifact hate, like Stony Silence, Collector Oof. Third Stirrings. Can maybe use Scrap Trawler to get back the star, we'll see. So my opponent's on Jegantha, Scalding Tar, and Sacred Foundry, so maybe like Jeskai Breach. Seems to be that. So I think now that I just have Tron, I think I'm not going to play my map because I let them connive. It's the Fair Breach deck. Yeah, with seeing Channeler, it very likely seeing Channeler consider it is, but like even the Grinding Station Breach decks like are typically playing Jegantha now, so this could have still been the Grinding Station version. Is it the normal Spellskite? I think that's like a Magic Online promo Spellskite. I'm not 100% sure actually. How much is the deck vulnerable to graveyard hate? How often can it win without using the graveyard? You can beat graveyard hate, just like as a very simple surface level answer to that question. Graveyard hate is beatable. How to beat your ways to beat graveyard hate is you can just like not the easiest way, but like you can just like go through your library and just be playing artifacts, milling your opponent each time without doing the Myr Retriever loop. When you have enough resources, it's actually not that tough to just like play all the artifacts in your deck and mill your opponent for everything. I know that sounds kind of tricky, but it's actually really not that bad. It's weirdly enough really not that bad. Beyond that, you have access to Boseiju, and you have access to Karn the Great Creator, and which can get you Haywire Mite or Cityscape Leveler, Engineered Explosives to beat Graveyard Hate. That Spellskite being useful. Yeah, I think Spellskite's really good. It has been useful, yes, also. Why Skite over Wellspring? This deck usually plays Teferi Time Raveler, just like one copy, but I think I'm interested in like just not letting them go Teferi bounce here. Just give them the target for heat though. looking for an Anvil, mostly. That's actually a really good pickup here, because it can cast the Stirrings for me. And this can cast my second Stirrings if I need it. Alright, don't use 4 mana on the Mystic Forge, we'll cast the Stirrings. Your other Mystic Forge deck, the Dice Factory one, seems better to me because it does not rely on the graveyard as much. Which one is stronger for you? I think this one's stronger. I mean, the Dice Factory deck is one or the 8-key deck, I really like it, but that deck is much, much, much more vulnerable to artifact hate than this one is the big difference. This deck is way, way more resilient, and also better against counter magic, or maybe like about as good against counter magic. Alright, let's just go ahead and play Wellspring, draw the Karn. I don't think I want to play it right now. I think I'll go ahead and tap Mystic Forge here. Okay, found a grinding station, that's big. And then I'm not going to tap it so I can cast the Star.
Sorry, I'm doing dishes.
It's fine.
Ding, 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 ding.
Just been outed as a cup hoarder, like every streamer.
Yeah.
Millions of cups.
Well, it's an epidemic among streamers.
Yeah. No cure.
You can't help it. You just have to hoard all the cups. Okay, I'll be back, because I'm gonna fall.
There's just so many cups. Right, there we go. Yeah, I think that this is the stronger of the decks. So like, you know, again, because also, you know, just kind of simply put, the Tron package also like makes you more resilient to hate, where you like can Karn for answers more easily, Karn to just overpower your opponent. And like when you compare like the 8-key deck, like that deck is really vulnerable to like any disenchant or shatter on the Everflowing Chalice or the Astral Cornucopia. But this deck, like because like a lot of times you have to play that, then untap, maybe untap 2 times with your mana engine. This deck will win the turn you play Anvil a lot of the time, and you also play Myr Retriever, Scrap Trawler as like ways to recur the cards from your graveyard too. So like maybe the 8-key deck is faster. But this deck is much, much more resilient, and I think that's why I rank this deck higher than the 8-key deck. Can you stack triggers with Wellspring and Grinding Station? You can, yeah. You can. Usually I pay a little bit more attention when I don't have like all the resources in the world, but when I have all the resources in the world, I'm just trying to like combo as quickly as possible rather than as efficiently as possible. Not a chance this is more resilient. This is one of the most frustrating things about Twitch, is like giving like a really, really long, thought out answer to a question. You put like a lot of effort into the question, talking about why it's more resilient, and chat goes, not a chance. No further point made. No explanation, there's no way that's right. After like a really long, cohesive answer to a point. And it's so funny too, like I built both decks and I played both decks. Tons and tons of matches for both. Tons and tons of matches. So many matches with both decks. So many matches with so many different versions. Not a chance. Could 8 please? There's one issue with playing Tron lands in 8-key, is the lands that have counters on them are really important, and like Urza Saga with the power conduit, that's like a really, really big part of your plan. So it's like kind of like you have to play Saga as soon as you can, like every single game, which makes your Tron lands worse. But you could play Tron lands there. You could. I was looking at it the other day, and I'm not 100% sure. You have to go up on your number of lands, I think, is kind of an issue. Yeah, I think we're just supposed to slam Anvil here, since we can potentially Myr Retriever it back if it does get countered. And there's also just, you know, a chance it resolves, right? Yeah, Locket of Yesterdays as a Karn target is interesting. We played Locket in one of our earliest versions. We played Locket in one of our earliest versions. And this point, like, right here is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, when you're playing... I guess it's, like, less of a factor, actually, because there's the hearse in play. But, like, typically the ability to, like, Myr Retriever back your pieces is, like, a really big key to this resiliency here. Where, like, 8 key gets, like, totally wrecked by, like, a draw that has Wear Tear early like this. Yeah, although the hearse does make this worse. Playing out your answer to Hearse feels weird. Well, Hearse by itself is not a hard card to play through. Hearse by itself is not tough to beat. And I could just win the game through the Hearse this turn if my opponent doesn't have any interaction. That is true that, you know, my Myr Retriever back plan isn't live here, but I don't know. I'm still stun locked by the hole. Not a chance that this deck is more resilient. I don't know if there's ever a response to that. I'm just too stunned still. Ding 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 ding. Yeah, Karn also turns it off. Why just explosives on one here? Yeah, the person was maybe trolling, to be honest. Would not be an Aspiring Spike stream either without getting stun locked by, like, obvious troll, obvious bait. Okay, so they get to kill my Karn. We get to keep the explosives. Just fetch Anvil from their hearse. I mean, that's a bit worse in Dispel Pierce than this. And I'm not guaranteed to win if they have nothing. Flame Mail, I think it was 2 months, but thank you. This step would have been better than Pierce. Yeah. It's true. I don't know how good that card is against me overall. Maybe it's okay. If they exiled hers, can't you get both cards? Yeah, you can. This line was... I don't know if y'all noticed. This line was better than casting an Anvil. This line ended up working out a lot better. But you can do that. We also have an Anvil in the sideboard just for Karn. Yeah, the goodwill definitely outweighs the trolls. I mean, even if it's trolling, it's like, you know, not even bad natured, you know. Not that big a deal. I only have one Karn left in the deck. There it is. There's also an Anvil. I think I'm going to take the Karn, and I think I'm also going to Stirrings, looking for a Tron piece to pay for another Spell Pierce. I missed. I can pretty easily pump the brakes here, though, if I want. So let's just take a Mystic Forge, and then... I think I just cast Myr Retriever. I don't think I'm sacking the Retriever here. I know I can't get anything back if I don't, but I think just like having access to the Retriever later, especially when Karn null rods this, is maybe better. Doesn't Myr Retriever just get exiled alongside whatever I get? Yeah, I'm not planning on just like main phase sacking this. I'm just like using my mana on a card that doesn't get got by Spell Pierce. It's not really that deep. I'm not trolling. Def has access to the same stuff. For playing against Hate, both decks are hurt the same way, but this deck isn't playing Saga, in my opinion, is a much bigger advantage. Saga makes you more vulnerable to Hate cards too. Saga makes you more vulnerable to Disenchants anyways, but like I promise you, this deck is so much more resilient to disenchant effects than 8 key. And it's you disagree, that's fine. But like, I don't know if you have looked at this game, but like playing through Wear Tear Unlicensed, I guess Hearse is a card that's not good against 8 key, to be fair. But like we played through the Counterspell, the Wear Tear, that's a Fairy Time Reveler. So the Fairy Time Reveler is very, very good against 8 key, removing all your counters. I think this is very likely a game that 8 key would have lost handily. Obviously, no way to know for sure, but at the very least, like, the biggest unlock for me though is just the whole like long detailed argument, def not, as the response is just not a very productive comment. But like I find that disenchant effects are like devastating when I'm playing 8 key, and like just not that big a deal when I'm playing this deck. And like I don't know. And like I'll say this too, like the whole Urza Saga makes you more resilient. Like I really just don't win that many games with Saga beatdown plan as 8 key, and like this is also something that's like just like super true. Like you don't win very many games in Modern with Urza Saga beatdown plans for any deck. Like the entire Modern format is ready to beat Urza Saga tokens, and when they see that you're playing Saga tokens, your opponents are like typically thrilled. I think I'm gonna go ahead and exile this top card here, and then I can actually keep. Oh, I guess I didn't need to exile that because I could. Because here what I can do is I can just go Myr Retriever, sack Myr Retriever, get back the Forge. But like when they see that you're playing Saga, they're like really happy, and they get to bring in all their Saga hate, and like Urza Saga is also like in every single game in Modern like much worse in post-board games than Game 1 games. I think because we have the trigger on the stack, I'll just mill here. But nice to be able to make a little mana here, also, so we can cast a 3-drop off the top. Let's just tap the Forge first, then Grinding Station. Okay, so I guess what we're supposed to do here is go cast Anvil with the mana, and then with this trigger on the stack, if there was an artifact on top, we could have drawn it off the Chromatic Star to imprint, but unfortunately that wasn't available to us. But we found a Myr Retriever, we found a Grinding Station, and we're like winning through a disenchant this turn. Yeah, no, I don't know. We probably dwelled on the whole resilient thing too long. Yeah, we ended up cutting Saga from the list. Like Urza Saga just doesn't play that well with Tron lands. This is, a lesson that like, other Tron decks have learned. All right, so let's get a 4-1 prediction going. After losing round 1, we won our next 6 games, which is nice. No, to play around Misstep there, you could put a Colorless mana into the explosives. Kind of a funny spot. Back second Karn. I really like the 8 key deck too. I mean, it's not a dead deck. It's also, fine. I feel like didn't I play it recently? Oh, I was playing it off stream. I was trying a few different things that were worse. I did play the Curious deck on stream. We had a couple. We won round 1, and then we lost 2 more rounds, and then that was it for me. Don't you think you could cut basics and play Saga? Dude, we played against Devoted Druid twice this league? Are you kidding? Wow. Oh, man. This is 2 Devoted Druid opponents this league. A terrible matchup. An actual terrible matchup. Yeah, like I would think that you'd see Devoted Druid after Tyvar is legal. What are you saying to 8th Flex Reservoir to sideboard for burn? I mean, I have Worm Coil Engine instead. like, Reservoir is only good when you have millions of mana. We just go and grab a mine and an F6. Yeah, I was just warming up. It's fine. Probably dead. Yeah, that gets them their longbow and kills me. I guess I'll make them show me the longbow. Yep. Very cool. Yeah, let's bring in the fourth anvil here. Maybe I'm bringing in Needle also. Bring in Ballista. Got the Spellskites. Yeah, 2 devoted druid opponents this league. Crazy. Day, 5 months ago, thank you. Yeah, Tyvar's gonna slot right in the devoted druid deck. Right, 2 towers. Small again. Keep this, put back Karn, I think. Looking for mine, mostly off the Ancient Stirrings. YEE. Let me try to articulate it well. Like the main thing the EEs are in here for are like against Hammer Time and like just like wiping the board of constructs has been like nice to have access to. But like just like on a very simple surface level, to be honest, like it's just like a pretty good tutor target. This is a pretty interesting decision point. Because if we take the grinding station, we're like pretty likely to win next turn if we can find a land. Yeah, I think I take the grinding station, and then we have 2 looks at the land with the Chromatic Star. Maybe we should have sacked the Chromatic Star first. Was engine ever a consideration for a Karn target trying to fair mill them through Graveyard Hate? You can fair mill them through Graveyard Hate without Paradox Engine, so you don't need Paradox Engine. It's really not that hard to just sack every single artifact you you have in the deck. I know it sounds hard, but it's not that bad. They didn't play a Devoted Druid here. Boseiju me. Do it. Dang it. Well, missed on the land, unfortunately. I think you know this with this matchup being all about racing. I don't feel too bad about our line though. So window 28 months. Thank you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, this Trawler is also good with explosives. Been demoralized after dying to Burn with the second bunch. Yeah, Burn's maybe your worst matchup. I recommend winning the die roll. The second Boseiju and the Spellskites are playing. Like this version's better against Burn than previous versions, but Burn is tough. What was the loss to? We lost to the red-green blast deck. What's the no-hit route look like? It's pretty. Oh, glad to see you enjoying. I see. It's a good joke. Oh, we have I did finish the run from yesterday's Dark Souls stream, and we have the new PB is 5. Finished the run in 5 hits. Could really easily have been 4. I got Orange and Smo on the next attempt, and then there was a hollow. There's a hollow in Sin's Fortress that like shot me while I was turning the thing, and it's like the second time it's happened. So I think I need to maybe I need to like double check my strategy for that guy. And then when I was fighting Sif, I got backed into a corner against the Gravestone. And I got 2 hits on 4 Kings, but just 5 hits, which was like, you know, that was 5 hits was the goal before we started doing the full resets. I know we started a little bit early, but it feels good that we're there now. Yeah, it does feel like we could get it like any day, but not very likely to get it any day. Has Blaststone and Buried Ruin not been worth consideration for you, or is this version designed to beat up and burn specifically? So the issue is, like, I think Spellskite's really good in the deck. The problem is, if you're cutting the spheres, you need to add more green sources. So we have cut those colorless lands in favor of green sources. They tutored Sanctum Prelate, and then they're Viling and Giver. Do they even have a third land? Why they don't even have a third land? Why are they tutoring Prelate? Why are they tutoring a main phase? Oh, this isn't a turn. That makes more sense. Just took so long. Just took so long. Yeah, I even feel like the PB is going to get lower over the next couple of days. All right, I don't know what they name here. They name 4. Okay, so we can still win here through the Prelate on 4. Not a card I've actually had to fight through. Prelate, a card that I'm actually kind of surprised sees as little modern play as it does. Still not finding a land. There's a Vizier. Seems like we'll have a lot of time. 3 canopies, let them sift through the deck a bit too. But it's all a reasonable amount of legacy play, so I just assume people play in modern. Yeah, I mean, Prelate is honestly, like, pretty good. It's, like, just Prelate on 1 is very good against Murktide and Scam and Hammer. And Prelate on 0 is very good against the Cascade decks. Like, I'm actually kind of surprised it's not seeing a lot of play, although I guess, like, maybe humans should just be jamming 4 Prelates. Kind of sounds sick. I think I'm gonna sack for green, trying to find Ancient Stirrings instead of sacking to the grinding station. Too many good 3s and 4s to play 4 Prelate. Maybe. What if Prelate's, like, better than all of them, though? Maybe not. Like, you can just play 4 Prelate, 4 Adeline. Like, I mean, honestly, like, what other 3 drops even are there? Like, Mantis Rider sucks. I think Recruiter is really slow. Like, this was my last humans list. I was playing Ranger Captain, which I really liked that Ranger Captain could, like, help you fight against Cascade decks and look at find you a champion of the parish, too. You need Adeline. Yeah, of course Adeline, but you could play 8 3-drops. Yeah, Reflector Mage sucks. What if Sanctum Prelate is just, like, the truth? This is, this is an old list. This is, like, a trophy race old. Do I play the Boseiju? I don't know. I think I'm just going to put Jegantha in my hand. Oh. Did I not reveal Jegantha this game? It doesn't matter very much. It's kind of a little bit frustrating. Oh, I boarded in Ballista. That's right. That's right. Okay, that makes sense. All calculated. Dude, this game's been going on so long. Archon of Emeria is pretty good at 3. Is Archon a human? I don't know. Prelate seems really sick to me. You can, like, Phantasmal image your like Prelates too. Get multiple numbers named. I think a lot of humans lists have been not playing. Yeah, we need to draw another Myr Retriever to win. Prelate is better with Giver. I mean, you just name 1 and, like, Murktide can never kill it. Guardian of New Benalia. Guardian of New Benalia. Come on, Myr Retriever. Oh no, that card's not playable at all. Trawler. Oh, that wins. But the Trawler is also not here. Yeah, that's the enlist card. That card's completely unplayable. They have something? Fuck. Alright, game. Oh, we're dead. We're dead. I'm kind of down to play humans though.